Positive energy all the time. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm representing Chicago. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. We got Miami in the building a couple of times. Rep your city, rep your city. You say little birdie, hey, little birdie fire. I ain't gonna lie. I ran to Atlanta. I was banging, ran to Atlanta. And I really liked little birdie. That's when I seen your comment. I went back and listened to little birdie again, and that might be my favorite. That might be my favorite. Little birdie is fire. Fire. Boy, I'm telling you. This is the, let me think and make sure. Besides the actual battle, this is the most amazing hip-hop release I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, I've never seen nothing like this. I'm going to talk about what I think about it. I didn't get any sleep because he dropped all those songs. And I listened to all those songs. And then a video popped up. So I watched the video. And then another video, and another video, and another video, and another video. I don't know how many videos are out by now while I was preparing, because I think they were still coming. I've never seen nothing like it. I've never seen nothing like it. Drake is a very, very, very talented recording artist. And his bars is definitely top tier. I was watching a brother, I forgot his name. Let me see if I can find my brother. Give him some props. And he was spitting out the bars. Dang, where is dude? And the bars, I can't find the brother I was watching. Boy. I could tell you. I mean, that's. Let me see if I can find the brother that I was watching. Here he goes. Plaque Boy Max. Let me give him his props. I always like to give. Black Boy Max is who I was watching. Go check him out. Tell him I sent you over there. Also, let me subscribe while I'm there. I watched this one, Black Boy Max reacts to Drake. Very good content creator. If you're a content creator, these are the type of people you need to watch to help you step your game up. This is what I was watching. Whoa. That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought, Simeon. I said he must want to get out that deal. That's what I thought. That boy Cole, the rollout was crazy. He's been working the videos. He took shortcuts with the videos. I said, some of them videos, it looked like he shot like 5 in a day. Just change clothes, different location, walk through, shoot it, next, shoot it, next, edit it later. I've never seen nothing like it. I never seen nothing like it. It definitely, I've been in the music business a long time. And I haven't been recording now in some years any new artists. I think the last recording probably was about 3 years ago, maybe. And I'm 68, so in order to really be on top of my game, I have to watch the younger generation. And what was exceptionally interesting was the beat changes. So I'm listening to Ran to Atlanta. It comes in with this beat. Then it just changes to a whole nother beat. And the other beat has nothing to do with the original beat. Now that's new. I've seen songs change beat, but it's still kind of similar. It's still the same count, but not this. It just goes into a whole nother song. And Future is on it. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've got to listen to that about 30 times because I got to pick up on that. That's going to take over. That's going to definitely be a style. Just a whole nother beat. Then back to the other beat. It's done really smooth, but it doesn't fade in. It just jerks. But you don't miss a beat. I think that's Future style. That's what it seems like. I think Future produced that. They don't call him Future for nothing. Quiet as this kept, as much praise as Drake is getting and Kendrick, Future might be I am 68. Future might be absolutely, he might be the best. Seriously, he might be the best. Seriously, he might quietly be the best. I think he's dealing with a lot of producing behind the scenes. But the album is absolutely fantastic. The music is fantastic. I'm listening to him rapping, and I could tell he worked really hard. And I was like, this guy put these raps together like this, and you could tell he's trying to put something together quick, but the lyrics are extremely good. He can rap. His lyrics are extremely good. You got to listen close to see what he's saying, and he's dropping serious bars on a lot of songs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. He's dropping crazy bars on a lot of songs. A lot of songs. A whole different style, a whole different flow. It's very incredible. It was impressive. It's impressive. Like Jay Z status bars. Seriously. Seriously. I'm absolutely sure Jay Z is looking at him saying, this guy's coming for my spot. He's coming for Jay Z's spot. He does it all. He's very clever. Very. Drake is very clever. Nobody's writing those bars for him. You can tell because they fit his character. Seriously. Oh, okay, the CN Tower. Hey, it's one of the that's the battle was one of the most incredible things I had seen in rap. The amount of speed that him and Kendrick was dropping those songs back to back was very impressive. I think a lot of that got lost in the sauce because They're Not Like Us was such a great record. I think people, but even in that, the one time where Drake dropped like three songs, I was like, what the heck? when he dropped the Family Matters. He dropped 3. And if it wasn't for They Not Like Us, Kendrick would have lost. Because he was not able to keep up with Drake. Drake was dropping songs fast. When he dropped those 3 songs, I mean, and they wasn't no play songs. Drop, dropping like a knife on the side. Ooh, I was really trying to take it easy. All the songs was not nothing to play with. They was fire. That shows you how good of a song They're Not Like Us, because without that, there's no way. There's no way. The onslaught was too much for Kendrick. I mean, Drake was. And now here he goes again, really showing his level. It does look like he's going to single-handedly take hip-hop to another level, because he's very good at finding talent. One thing we like about him and we love about him in Chicago is he really grabbed artists that nobody knew and gave them shine. He took artists and put them on, basically. Like how he did 600 Breezy. He did the song with Dirk. He did the song with Chief Keef. He did the song with Polo G. G Herbo. But to me, the most shocking one was 600 Breezy. I mean, he really took 600 Breezy to another level. Breezy just keep getting in trouble with the police, messing his career up. But this release is very incredible. I can't hardly keep up with all the songs. It's going to take me about 3 days to really listen to each song, because it just was too many to listen to and keep up with. It was just too many, because first I listened to the ones that he dropped on YouTube, then I have to go to Apple Music and listen to the other ones. But it really is historical, for sure. Absolutely historical. No doubt. Some of the best creativity I've ever seen, considering the release. I can't really think of. So he made Apple Music and Spotify, they crashed. Wow. Wow. He's going to sign so many artists And he's going to really be, he's going to be like Universal, Sony. I think he's the first rapper that's going to be like Universal and Sony. And that's what it looks like. He has the ability to be the first rapper to run a major record label. That's what it's looking like. That's what it looks like to me. And I'm telling you, Rosecrans, it looks to me, because the advantage he has is record labels have to get A&Rs, but he is an A&R. And it seems that he has an incredible league of producers. It looks like he has everything already in line. It definitely looked like Future's going to be on board. And him and Future is a problem. He'll be in a position to sign Future. Yeah, that's what they say. It's one of Michael's. Yeah. Now imagine that. Him and Future, they're unstoppable. Mm-mm. Not really. Future stays out the way. Future stays out the way. Future has no look. Future is very mystique. He doesn't get involved with anything. Think of all these years Future been out here. The only thing you know Future is about Rihanna or something like that, like a baby. No, not Rihanna. Whoever he had that baby by. That's all you know him for. That's all. That's all he's known for is the women. He's not really known. Uh, and then help with the beat. But here's the thing: he got paid, and so producers, when they get paid, that's just a job. So if he comes and buys a beat from you, that doesn't really put him in the beat. But it's looking like Kendrick's going to go over there with Drake. I'm telling you. It looks like Kendrick and Future are going to be on the label with Drake, on Drake's label. Because it all makes sense, because the other day they said Kendrick took all his songs down right before the Drake release. Why would he do that? But now that we see that Drake is going to get out of his deal, I'll tell you why he's going to do it. They're not going to come together. Kendrick's going to work for Drake. Kendrick doesn't have the money that Drake got. Kendrick doesn't have the amount of hits as Drake. Drake is up there with Jay-Z with the hits. Kendrick don't have that many hits. But it looks like Kendrick. Why would Drake? Why would Kendrick pull his songs down? He pulled his songs down right before Drake released. Now we know Drake released to get from under the deal. That means Kendrick. That means Kendrick knew that Drake is getting out of that deal. That's what it's looking like. Because what other reason would Kendrick pull his songs down right before Drake drops all that stuff? Yeah, he's dropping a new project, but he wouldn't pull his own project down when Drake's coming out. I don't. Why would he do that? Why would he pull his stuff right before Drake release? A lot of people saying that he didn't want to hurt Drake's release. He wanted to get rid of that bad image on Drake. Why? Why? Yeah, he's supposed to be dropping, but I don't see. Yeah, but that label's small. That label wouldn't be big. That label wouldn't be nothing compared to uh that label. Anybody could have a label. So a label is just a LLC, and you got a label or a corporation, file for a corporation. I don't think so. Re-releasing them ain't gonna do no good. That ain't gonna make no difference. We already heard them. That wouldn't do no good. He won the battle, but he's not able to stop Drake's success. Kendrick is not as good as Drake. Kendrick is an alternative artist, but he's not, as far as a songwriter and making like hit songs. He didn't make They Not Like Us. What's the name made that? Produced that. He's a good rapper, but he's not a songwriter. He's not nowhere in Drake's league. Like I said, he was getting washed in the battle. They Not Like Us helped him, but the other brother produced that. It is weird. He took down the songs right before Drake released, and Drake is getting ready to start a record label. See what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to get into the fan stuff, veterans. I'm not going to get into that. You're on some fan. I don't want to go that route. Okay. I don't. I don't want to go that route. If that's the route you're going, yeah, I'm gonna have to get you out of here. I don't want to ruin my conversation with childish. I, I'm not. That's not the point of this conversation. See, I don't want to go that route. I don't want to mess up my conversation with that. But for sure, Kendrick is not a good. Doesn't make songs as good as Drake. That was DJ Mustard that put that beat together and helped put They Not Like Us together like that. And Kendrick, as far as business, it would be definitely better. If Drake gets a major label, it's definitely going to be better business for Kendrick to go over there than with Universal. That's for sure. He would do better signing with a rapper that understands rappers business wise. That would be better. That's why I don't want to do the childish stuff because when I start talking business, this is going to be over. Somebody that want to argue, this is going to be over your head. This is this is when you start talking about the bag and going to the next level, they'll kick all that to the curb for the bag. For sure, if Drake started a major label, for sure that would be the best spot for Kendrick to go. Absolutely. That would be better than being at Universal by far. Because when you listen to the production, when they was DJ Mustard, when you listen to the production in the battle, Kendrick's productions was totally unprofessional. They wasn't put together. DJ Mustard was the best, clearest sound in song. All Drake stuff sounded 100% professional, like from a major studio, and Kendrick stuff sounded, like when you go to your own little local studio and get somebody to master it real quick. It wasn't the sound quality. It wasn't that great. They Not Like Us was the best sound quality. The other songs, the sound quality, you know, Drake had a better access as far as sound quality. So this, I don't want to get into nothing silly because that's going to be over. Somebody want to argue that doesn't really understand the music business, that's going to be way over your head. You're not going to understand nothing I'm talking about when I talk about the quality. Drake was able to have far better quality, drop songs far faster. Like I said, before They Not Like Us, he dropped 3 tracks. That takes a lot of professionalism. And They Not Like Us was just the mixes was like night and day. Like I said, I'm in the music business. But when he dropped those 3 tracks, I was like, oh, wow, Kendrick is outmatched. But, They Not Like Us, that hook is like one of the greatest hooks in music history. So, you know, he knocked it out the park. I don't understand what you're asking me. So, yeah, They Not Like Us had a great hook. DJ Mustard, dun dun, They Not Like Us. When you got the right beat and the right hook, you know, you think of the hook. They not like us. They not like us. But They Not Like Us is not popping without dun 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 without the beat, right? So it's the beat and the hook. Well, Kendrick didn't make the beat. He made the hook. So it was like the perfect track with the perfect hook. That was fantastic. Yeah, that was fantastic. That was really good. I don't know what you're talking about mentally. So that the slavery line was cool, but the only mistake they made is when they came back in, they didn't bring the drums back soon enough. So after once upon a time that we were still slaves, after those first four bars, then a drum should have came in, then the rest of the stuff. So then the drum should have came in, and then the rest of the stuff. Basically, it was too long. Doom, doom. We were still slaves. Doom, doom, doom. Really, really, everything should have came out. Then the bass should have came in. Then the drum should have came in. Then everything. White House official Twitter posted a promo in relation to the album. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But it's just suspicious. I can't say, but I heard a couple of days ago that Kendrick pulled his music down. Then I see Drake release all these songs. Then they're saying Drake is getting ready to get out of his deal. And so when I put all that together, there's a high possibility that Kendrick's going to go over there with Drake because Drake and Kendrick don't really like Universal. They both had problems with Universal recently. And money talks and BS walks. And the fans that'll say no and want to keep the beef going, they're not the ones, they're not the business people. So they're not the ones chasing the bag, they're just fans. So they're not reliable. Or when you start talking about possibilities when it comes to the bag. For the right bag from Drake, if Drake offered Kendrick the right deal and the production that Drake has, Kendrick ain't gonna necessarily pass that up. Oh, he took it down and re-uploaded it. Okay, I don't know why, but it's still very suspicious. The timing is still suspicious. And the fans' participation, especially men getting emotionally into it, that's a little, you know, that's a little girly. You know, it doesn't make nobody else want to have a battle if you're gonna be all girly about it and just hate one of the people in the battle. They should be able to have a battle and then move on. But if the men especially get emotionally where you actually hate the other artist, that's too feminine for me. Like for me to put my emotions in. Oh, I hate Drake. I love Kendrick. That. Okay, nobody's gonna want to battle. We're not gonna be able to get a good battle if the artists look and see that's the results. It's going to ruin the competitive nature because who's going to want to be bothered with weirdo male fans that take it too personal? So me and the rapper get the ballot and you like that rapper, now you just hate me? Seriously? That's too much. That's too much. I don't really like that either. That's too much. It could be that. It could be switching over. It could be. It's just mighty strange with Drake getting out of his deal. That's all I'm saying. Regardless, the fact that Drake is getting out of his deal at the same time is still a coincidence. We'll put it like that. It's still a coincidence. Seriously. But if Drake does get out his deal, that would be the best place for Kendrick to go over there with him. But you got a lot of men over here that will talk super black stuff 1 minute and then do this tribal war the next. You know how that is. They'd rather Kendrick stay with his label under Universal than to go with Drake's having his own label, which you see the position the black man is in. I don't want to get into that conversation either. But uh, definitely, if I'm Kendrick and I get to go and be in a team with Drake and his production team and Future, I'm gone fast. I would ain't no way the beef is over. Ain't no way I wouldn't go over with a record label with Drake and Future over there. Come on, man. Future's one of the best producers in the game. Quietly, hey, I'm gone. Bye. And I'm gonna have more independent power. I'm gonna be like my own boss. I'm gone. Cause Future can produce, boy. Future can produce. For sure. He's a genius. That Kendrick is a genius, Drake is a genius, Future is a genius. How do you sell that? Everybody would sell they would still be independent. They would still be independent. They wouldn't be mixed together. They wouldn't be on a label together. It would be an individual label. So it would be Kendrick releasing music on his label, which would be affiliated with that label. Yeah, it wouldn't be no problem. Nas and Jay could have did it. They did shows together after that beef. They could have sure did it. But Jay Z was never in the position that Drake is possibly about to be in. That's for sure. Jay Z was never in. Jay Z tried to do a digital type label instead of a real label. That's what Jay Z made a mistake. Jay Z tried to do like a digital label. He didn't try to do like another Universal. He did a digital label. What would be the best way to send my music to me? Uh, uh, you can send it to Hold on. Because I stopped putting my email in there for a minute, but let's see. But definitely, to me, and I could be wrong, this is just speculation. It does look like a huge record label is on the way. That's what it looks like. To me, it does look like a huge record label is on the way from Drake. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. For sure. It does look like a big business move is on the way because the way that release came out is very strange. Uh, Matthew, you can send it here. I'm gonna be working on some more projects too. Uh, I'm gonna be signing some more artists too. I'm not working with my last artist is finished with his contract. Uh, so I'm getting ready to be signing some artists. The first artist I'm gonna sign is myself. I got a project coming out because I'm not supposed to, and in business, if you're not supposed to, that's good business, basically. And so if I'm too old to be rapping, but I don't rap like I'm old, that's a good business, good business. And then with rap, what are you going to rap about? So you could be a good rapper, but are your raps going to be interesting? Are they going to be basic, corny, you know? So I'm working on that. I'm getting a little anxious. Going to get all my stuff together for that. That's going to be interesting. But I definitely enjoyed. Drake is very impressive. Not just Drake, his team. His team, you'd have to be in the business to understand what I'm saying. Like his team, who's ever his team, the people that's just helping with the video shoot, the people that's not universal, that's him. And that's his team, his production team, wardrobe, location, the videographers. It's state of the art, top notch. Yeah, OVO is top notch. Seriously, they have worked faster than labels. No label I've seen drop that much material with that many videos that I've seen. No major label has done that. They this week they have done better work than any label I've ever seen. I've never seen a label do anything like that. dropped that many quality songs, mixed, mastered, and I was just watching videos and they kept popping up. Ain't no telling how many's there now. It's very impressive. I kid you not. And they still dropping. Look, I've never seen anything like it. Look, see, 19 minutes ago a video, 34 minutes ago, 46 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, 5 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago. So from 9 hours ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 professional videos. More than one an hour. High quality videos with many, many views. 21K, 38K, 34K, 38K, 38K, 432K, 361K, 472K, 376K, 351K, 908K, 963K. They're all going to have 1 million views in a couple of days. Very impressive. Very impressive. The soundtracks got views. He just dropped the one with Drake, Future, and Molly Santana. And all that's money too. That's money just coming in. That's money just coming in like hand over fist from views. It's crazy. I've never seen it before. And I'm looking at them, and when you watch people like that, and you actually watch a young man mature, this ain't this ain't we don't y'all don't know this Drake. This is a different Drake. That's something you have to understand. Like with men, a man, you could be around a man and be away from him 36 months, and when you see him, that's not the same dude. Men could easily reach a point where the maturity level changes drastically. And that's what you're seeing with Drake. This is not the same Drake. I was just looking at his mannerisms and the way he looked in the video. That's not even the same dude. He's not even the same person. If you know business, you'll know what I'm talking about when you watch his videos. That's not the same Drake. That's a whole different Drake. And he's been in the gym because he wasn't doing so well because he was getting beat down with the tours too before he got into that battle. He was getting beat down with the tours, not getting enough food, rest, and I can tell he's been in the gym. He's been building his body up. He looks strong. It's definitely not the same dude. Not at all. It's going to be interesting. I tell you this, to the young, if you're a young, really good rapper that can make hit records, not emotional records, not records based on your belief system, you can get signed. If you make records based on your belief system, you ain't going nowhere. You're just wasting your time. If you're a conscious rapper, you're not going anywhere. Kendrick Lamar is not a conscious rapper. He's just not a gangster rapper, but he's not a conscious rapper. He's a rapper. So he doesn't write songs and just rap a whole bunch of conscious. That's not what he does. He's just a rapper, more what you would call alternative. Because if he was a black conscious rapper, he wouldn't have that big white fan base he got. He's got a huge white fan base. Huge. Him and Kanye both have a enormously huge white fan base. Kendrick. And a lot of whites are part of his show. Those dancers and those performers. A lot of them are white. A lot of them. Go back and look at the Super Bowl performance. There was nothing conscious about the way those men were dressed. So people get that mixed up because they think everything that's not gangster is conscious. It's not really true. It would be more considered abstract art. Kendrick is an artistic rapper, not a conscious rapper. And being an artistic rapper, he's allowed to say some things about consciousness, some things about the environment, some things about people's behavior. He's able to not be pigeonholed. So he's able to, his shows are set up like plays, like artistic. That's the lane he's in. He's in the artistic lane. So that's why he can make a lot of money in that lane. Yeah, it's artistic, like art. It has an artistic touch to it. The performances, you know, the dancers, even the design, the things that he have on stage, the way he dresses. You know, he come out with the thorns on his head like Christ and all of that. That's how he make his money. He would be great if Drake got a whole lot of money and created where Kendrick could have a subsidiary label under Drake and Drake be the parent company. That'd be fire. For sure. Because it's going to work because Drake is not going to be a rapper soon. He's going to be a boss. He's not going to be a rapper. It's in the way. He's going to become a boss and Kendrick's going to become a boss. And they're going to be bringing in younger rappers. They're not going to keep rapping. Them dudes ain't finna keep rapping. They're not finna keep rapping. They're gonna get into movies and television, and they're gonna sign rappers. They're gonna sign artists, bands, stuff like that. Drake's not gonna keep rapping. Drake is gonna break away, start his own label, and they'll probably do about 2 or 3 more tours, maybe 5 at the most. And he's gonna be done. After that, he'll do a tour, a big world tour every blue moon, once every 2 years or something. He'll do a world tour. But him and Future and them, they've been assigned the young babies. They've been assigned the new young talent coming in. That's where that's getting ready to go. They're about to sign the new young talent that's coming into the game. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. But I've never seen a rollout like that. And when I think about the battle, the professionalism definitely was. You could see it then. I remember when Kendrick first came out. Yep, I remember when he first came out. That's when Dre was kind of dibbling and dabbling, but it just takes Dre too long. It takes him forever to produce anything. But those young guys, they're gonna get together. I believe they're gonna take those hot producers they got, and I believe they're gonna go to a whole nother level. I think they're gonna go after the bag. That's what I think. Because Kendrick's situation ain't been no good. Kendrick's situation was horrible before that beef. They wasn't doing nothing for him. People got short memories. Kendrick's career wasn't going nowhere before that beef. Nowhere. And that label over there got all kind of accusations where women go into court where they let them weird dudes do certain weird stuff to the women they signed to the label. Kendrick gonna have to get the hell out away from that label. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Kendrick got to get the hell away from them. They're over. Man, boom. He's got to get away from them. I don't want to get into it, but go look up what happened to the females that went and got associated with that label and what those dudes was doing. He's got to get away from TDE. He has to. I'm sure Kendrick's trying to get away from them. He has to. Their reputation is done. I ain't gonna get into details. Go look it up. But one thing about Pharaoh, I see a lot. TDE is done. Kendrick, the quicker he get away from them, the better. He has to get away from TDE. TDE is finished. Too many allegations from women. Too many. I'm just saying. So Kendrick's got it. He's in a bad situation anyway. You got this one right here. The TDE allegations are horrifying. You got this one right here. 2 women suing TDA for $48 million. You got this one right here. These new TDE allegations are horrifying. TDE is done. Done. TDE's secret recording exposed. He's got to leave there. That's over with. So to say it's totally ridiculous that he'll go with Drake, depending. Yeah, Drake's going to be better than what's going on over there. That label is done. Done, 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 done. He can't be associated with that. So when somebody say that he's getting ready to start his own label, yeah, Kendrick's going to have to start his own label. He wasn't even dealing with them like that before the battle with Drake. He wasn't dealing with them. He's got to get away from them. He's got to. The best business is them bad producers from Atlanta, them co-producers in Canada with Drake and Kendrick and Future. That's billions of dollars. I know. Oh, they'll get along, but tell me that's still not billions of dollars. That's not billions of dollars with Future and the hot producers Future dealing with Drake and Kendrick and those producers, the Canadian producers. That's not billions. That's billions of dollars. What that production gonna be like? You just see, look at Drake. How many videos he just dropped? Look at the quality of the production. Kendrick don't need that? Yes. Kendrick's production is horrible. He's not dropping nothing worth nothing. How many videos has he dropped since the beef? None, nothing. Nothing's going on for Kendrick. Nothing was going on with Kendrick before then, but tours. But he doesn't have no good team behind him. I don't think, not for nobody of that caliber. To me, Kendrick need to go somewhere else. To me. Him and Drake, they ain't got that beef ain't that serious. Nobody don't care. Everybody know they were just talking crazy. Nobody cares. Okay. Drake just proved nobody care. Everybody listening to Drake, nobody cares. Okay. Nobody cares. Drake already proved nobody cares. He's getting millions of views right now. He's hotter than a firecracker. Nobody cares. If Kendrick was smart, they'd make that phone call. In business, news makes a lot of money. An announcement that Drake and Kendrick is working together with a new record label is good money. If you know anything about business, that's big, 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 big money. They can push Kanye right on out the way. Kanye's got too many mental problems. That's big money. The last thing they should do is pass on that money for a couple of weirdo brothers that like the beef. No, gee, you shouldn't work with him because we love the beef. Oh, gee, he can't stop the beef. You know? Yeah, because clearly Drake is the best businessman. Clearly, clearly. From just looking at the new videos and stuff, yeah, clearly Drake is a top-notch businessman. I just think he dropped all that stuff today to get out of his deal. Name a rapper that did that, that dropped that many videos and that many songs and dropped 3 albums to get out their deal right away like that. The whole time people thought he was quiet because of the beef with Kendrick. And the whole time, now you see what he was doing, right? Right? Why everybody thought Drake was gone. They thought he was licking his wounds over that. Drake wasn't thinking about that. He was in the gym working out and dropping how much songs and video. That's what he been doing. While everybody else been gossiping, bro been working. Tell me Drake didn't just run a game on everybody. Boy, he ain't been thinking about that beef. Not if he dropped all these videos and stuff. What he been really thinking about, man, he's smart. I've been watching Drake for years. Drake is super smart. And now that he's older, if you know anything about men that's in business, when they hit that certain age, it's all the way up. With that kind of money he got, yeah. TDE got nothing to say about it. TDE is done. They can't. TDE is done. TDE got all them allegations and stuff. TDE got no say so over Kendrick. They contract been over, really. They have no contract. Kendrick been working on his own anyway, before the battle. Everybody knows that knows the business. Punch was saying, we still support him. He said he still support him, but they wasn't working together. They wasn't, he wasn't signed to them doing that battle. TDE had nothing to do with that battle. Why you think he went to DJ Mustard? DJ Mustard ain't with TDE. Why you think Kendrick's songs was so tacky and wasn't mixed right and stuff? TDE was not helping him. Mustard had to help him. Think about it. Where he get They Not Like Us from? TDE or Mustard? Mustard. That's why Drake was killing him. Kendrick didn't have no backup. That's why his mixes sounded like that. I mean, if you ain't in the music business, you don't know what I'm talking about as far as his mixes. That's why Drake was killing him. That's why Drake dropped 3 songs. Because he got a production team and stuff, and Kendrick didn't. Kendrick, when he got Mustard and dropped They Not Like Us, that saved Kendrick's neck. Mustard saved Kendrick. Gave him a good production. Other than that, Kendrick was going to get smashed. Kendrick was getting smashed. I did the whole battle live. I deleted all this stuff. That's good. Nobody want to hash that over. Kendrick was Drake was killing him. But Mustard, that beat, but that They Not Like Us. Dun 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 dun. Man, that's a one in the 20-year song. Boy, you know he was saved by the bell. Boy, that is a great song. You know the odds of you getting a song that great? Boy, the odds, because if he didn't get They Not Like Us, it was over for him. It was over. These three songs smashed Kendrick's head into the ground. Go back and listen to them. This shit's fire. Family Matters was fire. Fire. I still like it better than They Not Like Us. Just They Not Like Us is a great song. Had the racial stuff in there. They Not Like Us, right? But as far as like rap, it wasn't better than them songs on Valley Matters. Them songs, man. Them songs is fire. I don't know your word is nothing. Your word doesn't mean nothing. Your word is no more than anybody else's word. So if we like it, your word is nothing. And if you're a man, that's a little feminine. That's a little girly, like high school. Yeah, it's like a high school. His music is kids' music. Now I liked it. I liked it. His new songs is fire. I don't know what you talking about. Them songs is fire. And I'm 68. Them songs is fire. I don't know what you talking about. That wasn't no boy. Family Matters wasn't no kids' music. See, you don't listen to music, and you definitely can't rap. Hey, y'all, was Family Matters kids' music? Hell no. The hell is he talking about? You making yourself look, what is it? Black Jesus? Get your ass out of here. Now that's corny. That's, he said that's kids music. He said Family Matters was kids music. Now he don't know nothing about no rap. That was fire. Is he crazy? He got to be crazy. Family Matters was fire. My kids would not like Family Matters. What kind of kids you got? What the hell are you talking about? Family Matters would go over a kid's head. A kid wouldn't know what Drake is talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. And you're supposed to be adult. You can't say one bar off of Family Matters. Not one. You can't say one, you can't rap one bar. Off of Family Matters. You. You can't rap one bar. If it's kids, you should be able to rap one bar. You don't know one bar. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. It's a, see, because you like Kendrick, you don't got to diss the other brother. Yeah, Drake sounds is way better. Kendrick sounds ain't nowhere. The quality and stuff is not as good as Drake sounds. And the songs Drake just released over the last 24 hours, Kendrick's don't got no songs can match with them. Facts. And Kendrick barely drops any songs. His production is slow. Drake just dropped 3 albums. How Kendrick gonna compare to that with that slow production? Anyway, You come back tomorrow because I can't argue with fans and you're not open minded and you're a fan. And so I'm wasting my time. You're a fan. It would have been better if you just said, I'm a fan, instead of trying to pretend that you're going to give an honest, like me, I like Drake better. But I'm not going to say Kendrick ain't no good just because I like Drake better. But I will say, as somebody in the music business, Kendrick's production team cannot match OVO ever in their life. He doesn't have a production team. That's why Mustard had to save him. Kendrick is out there by himself. He doesn't have anybody behind him right now. Anybody in the business knows that. Kendrick doesn't have anybody behind him. That's why the battle was so hard for Kendrick. He was out there trying to battle by himself. He didn't have a team behind him. Thank God Mustard helped him. Mustard helped him. But Kendrick doesn't have a team behind him. Kendrick is doing old songs on his tour. Kendrick doesn't have a team behind him right now. He needs a deal. He needs a better deal. He does. You'd have to be in the music business to know what I'm talking about. Kendrick don't have no team behind him right now. And TDE reputation is in the mud right now. He got to get away from them. They got allegations of things with women. So he can't be rapping some conscious lyrics and be where women are being, you know what I'm saying? TDE is not so Kendrick's in a bad situation right now. He's got to find a new home. Yeah, he's in a bad situation. He's got to get away from them guys. He got to find a new home. He left Dre and went over there with them, and he made it off of raw talent, but he didn't make it from them. They're a bunch of goofies. Look at all them people signed to TDE. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Tell me I'm lying. Who popping from TDE? Nobody. The girl was fired. They didn't even let her do 2 songs at the Super Bowl. Why? I don't know. They destroyed her whole career. She fired. Who's the female over there that was on the Super Bowl, did the song with Kendrick? Y'all think that they promoting her correctly? No, they not. She's probably one of the women complaining about the allegations. Yeah. Have they did her good? No. No. Look, time just going by. Where's her career going? She's just aging. Career going nowhere. Nobody's career. Nobody's career at TDE is going nowhere but Kendrick's. And he made that happen by himself. And Kendrick only popping because he came in the game with Dr. Dre. He's got Dr. Dre. Without Kendrick coming in the game with Dr. Dre, Kendrick would be a nobody depending on TDE. Dr. Dre is the one made everybody listen to him. TDE is not doing nothing for Kendrick. I gotta do it. People trying to play with Big Pharaoh. 2 women, a men lawsuit against TD executives to include alleged doxing. The women accusing Top Dog Entertainment executive Andy Musa to Jr. and Brandon to of sexual misconduct have amended their civil lawsuit to include their recent alleged doxing. The women initially filed a joint suit anonymously in December. It is more. Kendrick can't stay over there. His name, Kendrick's name is getting dragged. Listen, man. People don't be wanting to listen. You know what I'm saying? Can Kendrick stay over there? What the headline say? Can Kendrick stay over there? Kendrick Lamar label bosses sued for alleged misconduct. Can he stay over there? Now, his name shouldn't even be coming up. He don't got nothing to do with none of that. But look who name coming up. Tell me I'm lying. Look who name coming up. See? Now, there's no way his name should be attached to them. Now, you know he pissed. So would he work with Drake right now? Absolutely. Absolutely Drake, he will work with Drake right now. He's got to find somewhere. Him and Drake ain't got no serious issues. They were just dissing each other. I just have to do this. Sometimes people act like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I never lie to my audience. I tell my audience what's going on. You know, I'm watching. Look, why his name, right? It shouldn't even say Kendrick Lamar label bosses. It should say TDE label bosses, shouldn't it? You see how they put Kendrick's name in there? Kendrick ain't got nothing to do with this. See how they do? Why is Kendrick's name up there? Just look. Well, Kendrick ain't got nothing to do with that. And look, you don't see TDE nowhere in the title. Now, what you think Kendrick was thinking when this came out? You already know. Yeah, you think he wouldn't go sign with Drake right now compared to this? Huh. Okay. They'll go make Buddy Buddy. Kendrick could say, yeah, I was just kidding about Drake. That wasn't real. Drake would be like, yeah, Kendrick is cool. We worked together. We squashed. It was a rap battle. It was fun. Da, da, da. It'd be all over. Like it never happened. The only one going to take an L is J. Cole. That's what happened when you play the middle. They would definitely work together right now. Drake helped him out. He helped get that bad reputation off of Drake. And then go get the bag. Because for sure, OVO will put Kendrick over the roof. Because Kendrick got the skills. Imagine if he had the team that Drake had. See, Drake just released all that. Imagine if Kendrick had that. Ooh, wee. Imagine. Imagine if Kendrick had that team Drake just had to release that. And Future bringing in them producers from Atlanta and them OVO producers up there. Man, Kendrick, the way Kendrick can rap, I'm just saying, Kendrick wouldn't go through the whole roof. Kendrick will go crazy. Kendrick probably got 100 songs already ready. He'll go crazy. He'll go crazy. And Drake, you just proved he got the professionalism. He'll have Kendrick looking real good. Drake's videos, those new videos look real good. Them new videos he just dropped over the last 24 hours, they look highly professional. Them songs is top of the line professional. Them videos is 100% movie quality. Am I lying? You seen the one where the whole needle turned to ice? Come on, man. This why beef ain't no good. Beef be blocking money. Look how much money Jim Jones and Cameron losing right now. Cam could be helping Jimmy right now with what Jimmy trying to do. Right now. No. Beefing. Beefing. Listening to the crowd when the crowd is the last people you want to listen to. Because the crowd will be beefing with their own brother and sister and their mama. Some dude will come over here and tell me, no, you shouldn't work with him. And the dude that say that don't even get along with his sister and his mama, his own family. And to come over here giving advice on what Kendrick shouldn't work with Drake, and you don't even like your mama and your relatives. You don't even get along with your relatives. Real talk. We know how black families is. We know dudes that come over here talk about who should work with who and ain't talk to their own mama or their own daddy. They come over here and talk about who should talk to who. You need to go make up with your mama and your daddy and your sister and brother when you get through talking. So that's what's going on with that, y'all. Big things is finna happen with Drake. It's gonna be exciting. It's going to be very exciting. Seriously, if you real talented, you need to be trying to figure out where to send some music to him. But make sure you're talented. Make sure you can rap. Make sure you can make a good song. Do not try to make a conscious song. Try to make a good song. Because a lot of times you're so busy trying to say something positive, but your delivery and your song sucks. Okay? Period. Subject matter is one thing, but is the song good? It's still got to be a good song. You can't just get on the song and say a bunch of positive stuff, but the song ain't no good. The delivery ain't no good. That's the problem with conscious rappers. They too much into the lyrics, but the song, the beat don't be no good, the hook don't be no good, the delivery don't be no good. And then they say the people not into it. That's because you suck. You still got to make a good song. They'll come and say, well, they make all these songs about the women and stuff. Man, if you make songs about naked women, if it ain't no good, it ain't going nowhere. Just because you can make a song about gangbanging, violence, sex, but if that song ain't no good, it ain't going nowhere. Facts. Don't think, oh, they going somewhere because they making songs about sex. No, it's still got to be a good song. Am I lying? Am I lying? You hear it all the time. They be like, oh, they pushing this dude's song because he rap about gangs. No. Rapping about gangs is not going to make your song pop. I'm in Chicago. It's a whole bunch of rappers rap about gangs and they not going nowhere. Okay? Facts. Nowhere. Nowhere. Because it's still got to be a good song. I don't care what you're rapping about. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a good example. Hold on. Sexy Red. Get It Sexy. This song is fire though. 55 million views, not because of what she talk about. The song is fire. Fire. That's why it's got 55 million views. The song is fire. Fire. It's a hot song. And her songs that's not that hot, she could still be dressed, hardly with no clothes on, and she's not going to get 55 million views. She's not going to get 55 million views if the song ain't hot. This song is fire. These are facts. It's a good song. It's a good song. I listened to it. I listened to it like 10 times. It's fire. It's catchy. It's hot. It's fire. Beat, way the video shot, everything. Quality. Nice. Nice. It just might not be your type of subject matter, but it ain't no trash. You don't get 55 million views just because you ain't got no clothes on. You gotta have talent. Baby girl got talent. She can rap. She can rap. She's catchy. See, catchy is not easy. It's not easy to be catchy. That's why you got all these dudes that talk all this conscious stuff and they can't get it. Nobody watch their video because they can't rap. They're not appealing. They don't know how to write it. They don't know how to deliver it. They don't know how to deliver it. You still got to make a good song. It doesn't matter what it's about. It's got to be a good song. And they be lying to y'all, telling you that the songs make it because they negative. That's nonsense. That sounds a negative song don't go nowhere. It's not gonna go nowhere because it's negative. Period. No stripper gonna dance on no garbage song. It's not gonna happen. She's not gonna dance on your song. Your song still got to be good. Any kind of subject matter can still, a good song could be made about any subject matter. It's much harder if you're trying to be conscious, because if you're making a party song, of course, people at a party are going to party to a party song. So, of course, if you're making a party song, of course, it's going to be much easier to sell it, because now you have an event that matches the song. Parties, having fun. So if you make a party having fun song, you have a venue. Now, if you make a conscious song, what event do you have? What in life gonna help you sell that song? Can you sell a conscious reggae song without rosters hanging out somewhere to listen to it? No. Come on. Reggae was big when they had reggae clubs and reggae concerts. Not because everybody just wanted to go buy reggae and hear righteous reggae music. There were events that surrounded the music. Now, I hate to hurt you conscious people's hearts. You don't have anything conscious going on in the world. There is no conscious events. Where? Where can you go play a conscious song? Because I don't never seen there's nowhere. When I'm on Instagram and I see the conscious brothers and sisters have event, it's 9 people there with crystals and bangles on. It'd be a flop. It'd be a flop. Why there's not a bunch of big conscious positive events? It's crazy to want positive music, but you don't have no positive events. Does that make any sense? You don't have any positive events. You don't have any positive gatherings. So what do you want positive music for? Where are you going to play it at? Where are you going to play positive music? Where is the positive rappers going to make their money at? Those of you that want positive music, can you show me how you can help positive rappers make some money? How can they make a living? Can you make a living with positive music? Where? How? So you just want some guys to rap positive music and not make no living, huh? Just be rapping it? Just because people don't understand entertainment and media and music. As a matter of fact, when the conscious music KRS-One and them were big, a lot of times they performed at the reggae club where there was already a reggae audience. Facts. I've seen KRS-One and them at reggae spots because they knew the reggae spot had conscious people already there, but we had reggae music and reggae events. I've seen Arrested Development at the reggae club. I've seen KRS-One at the reggae club. Other than that, why you think their music flopped? They didn't have nowhere to perform. Where? Negroes don't want to hear conscious music. They want to hear Negro music. But you try to act like the negative music affected you. But no, the Negro music, they want to hear love songs and stuff. They don't want to hear that either. But you never blame them. You never blame The regular blacks that want to hear regular black music, they don't want to hear conscious music. You don't blame them. You try to act like the gangster music is blocking you. You never say nothing about the church people. Why the church people don't buy your conscious music? You just blame you blame, that's so phony. You blame the gangster music from taking away audience from the conscious music. You never blame the church. The Christians don't come to none of your conscious stuff. They not gangsters. They decent people. Why they don't come listen to your conscious music? I think that's a fair question. Conscious music sucks because you don't have a dance to go to it. You don't make it so that it's good for any events. So you don't do what's necessary for conscious music to have a forum. It's not you don't know how to make it for a forum. It has to be a forum. Music has to be made to go to a location. Sexy Red and them could be in the club, in the strip club, in the regular club, where people be in there shaking their booty. They have a forum for it. Where's your forum for conscious music? You haven't created one. There is no conscious locations. There's no conscious events. You think you could just make positive music and just sell it to who? If I go make a positive song right now, where am I going to sell it? Where am I going to market it? Make it make some sense. Where can I sell it? Where can I market it? I can't because you don't have anything positive or conscious audience to market it to. It doesn't sell because nobody's conscious. And then, even if you are conscious, you still have to have an event. You would have to have an event because music is eventful. Music is best for gatherings. So if you don't have positive gatherings, conscious gatherings, you're not going to have any music. And then if the music is talking about the ethereal mind through the thing, then the gathering's going to suck. Because you think because you're conscious, people still going to want to dance. So you're not making party, just because they're conscious, they still want to party when they get together. But you're not rapping in a party format. Right? So if I'm making conscious music and you have an event, it still should be music where the men could dance with the women. I can't just be in there the ethereal mind of the thing because nobody can dance. And when you gather people at your event, the music don't have to be conscious. The music could just be dance music, just not be negative. You don't have to have positive music. Just make sure it's not negative and have the positive people come and and dance. So you can't just dance when you're positive. You got to be preached to. See? Why do I got to preach to you just because a bunch of positive brothers and sisters get together? Make that make some sense. I can't make music so y'all can dance just like everybody else dance. Think about it. It's still a party. People want to dance. Now, it just so happens that a lot of conscious brothers can't dance and are weirdos. That's a whole nother video for another day. When you get around the conscious movement, it'd be a bunch of creeps and weirdos. They don't be regular black people. They don't be regular. They be weirdos. So they don't dance like that. The women be one too, but the men don't. The men be weirdos. The conscious men be weirdos. Y'all ain't notice that? They don't dance with no women or nothing. They just wear a bunch of weird clothes and they don't do what regular men do. They try to get her home and then be a regular man and have sex, but when they go to events, they like to walk around with a bunch of unks and crystals and stuff on. They're not regular people. That's why I don't go to that stuff. It's a bunch of weirdos. Like you can't be a regular person when you're black conscious. You can't be regular. You can't dance. You can't boogie down. You got to be burning sage and have a bunch of crystals and bangles on. You can't be normal. You got to be a nut. Tell me I'm lying. That's why reggae was so big, because we were still dancing. We were still dancing to the reggae beat. We were still skanking. That's why that was the biggest conscious movement, because we were still dancing. And we was rubber-dubbing with the ladies. Night nurse. Dum, 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 dum. So you could be with a woman. We wasn't standing around Selassie, Rastafari, Selassie, like the Bobo Shanti. That's why they crashed it. But the original Rasta parties, you dance with your woman. Duh. You still love your woman. You still want to hold her tight. You still want to have fun. You don't want to be standing around with a head wrap on. So no women ain't going to come. But weirdo women. The movement died. Boom, look. You don't see no Rasta events since the head wrap people took over. Now, when we was there and it was a party, it was packed. Once they destroyed the party and made it holy, the movement died. So if you want to have some you shouldn't be trying to make positive rap music. You should just be making rap music that's not negative. It doesn't have to be positive. Just make it not negative. So it'll still be fun. But it's like they believe you got to go from one extreme to another. Well, if you're fighting against negativity, you just leave the negativity out. Now, dancing with a woman and kissing a woman and liking women, that's not negative. So why are you taking that part out? That's not negative. You got to have babies. You got to have love. You got to like women. You got to like men. Why are you taking that out? Don't nobody want to go hear about no back to Africa and no holy stuff at no event. We don't want to hear that. We want to have, we still, you know what I'm saying? We still want to have a good time. So, if you're a rapper Don't be trying to make no positive music. Just make music that's not negative. That's it. If it's not negative, it's positive, correct? So if you're a rapper, you don't be trying to rap no positive music. Just leave the negative out and just rap. Basically. Because if you rap a bunch of positive stuff, you ain't gonna be able to have no event. Because you're preaching and nobody wants to come to no preaching. So how you gonna have fun with somebody up there preaching? That's why you'll never get positive rap music. Because nobody ain't coming nowhere to be put here, nobody preaching. People trying to get off work and have a good time. They don't want to. Nobody want to get off work and hear you rapping about slavery. Exactly, more power. Nobody wants to get off work and hear you rapping about like all that. Like we still want to have a good time. Kendrick figured out how to do that at concerts. He throws a good concert because what he does is he does like an entertainment type concert, like almost like a concert and a play put together. That's why it'd be packed because he adds entertainment, dancing, all kind of formations for the dancers, all type of change of costumes to make it more artistic. That's why Kendrick is successful. He doesn't make it preachy. He makes it artistic and then he just says what he says, but he doesn't make what he say the headline. He makes the artistic performance the headline. When you go see him, you remember the performance, like at the Super Bowl. You see the performance, that's what he makes sure you focus on the performance. That's how you have a good time. And then he just happens to say what he's saying. But his songs, he always got people dancing a part of his performance. So he's got to make the tempo where his entertainment can dance. He can't make a tempo where they can't dance because then the show's going to be boring. Go back and look at him at the Super Bowl. They could dance to it. They could move. So it's not just preachy, it's entertainment. It's like a play. It's movement. He knows how to do it. Everybody don't know how to do that. So that's what's up with that. Go check out ICEMAN. Make sure you check it out and stay positive and keep supporting the music.